This is my plan for the 2027 snowmobile race series for myself. I want to be competitive, I want to grow the snowmobile industry, and I want to have time for my family. Why these three? I love racing. I'm 32 years old. I don't really have much time left to take advantage of my youthfulness, compete in snowmobile racing, specifically cross country. I'm 10 years in now. And I want to be able to race for the rest of my life, but I want to take advantage of it while I can. Perks of, or not the perks, how I can be competitive and why this is important on top of, me still being able to race. I was like, I want to win. Like, I'm out there to try and win races. I feel like I've been telling myself, like, I love riding, I love racing, I love being out there, and that's super important. That's a good value, high value lesson for everyone to learn, and that's the perk of racing. But at the same time, like, I have this desire deep down that I've always had since I started racing to go out and win. I feel like I have the formula. I know what I need to do in order to win. 2024 was kind of the closest I've ever been in terms of practicing, putting in the time, but that was also when my social media, my content was like kind of just ramping up. And so I was really trying to find this balance of being a professional racer and a content creator. The following years leading up to 2027, I feel like I've been focusing a lot on the content creation, mainly because this is like the foundation of what's really going to be supporting my life, my family, the industry from my perspective going forward. Like the social media is what's going to provide support for all of my dreams to come true. I was literally just up on the couch working on videos, on editing them, and I was like, what? I need to put some good thought into this. Like, how can I still be competitive and have a chance at winning my race series, NSCC? And I'm like, what can I put into place that still aligns with my content creation and creating value for myself and other people? And so this is what I've thought of. So the ACR Academy, the Anyone Can Ride, or essentially the Anyone Can Race Academy, is going to be kind of separate from my TJ Leach content. And it's primarily just going to focus on rider technique, other riders in the series that I'll be working with in terms of helping them progress their skills. But the perk of that is that I'll be in the racecraft. I'll be in teaching it. And I found in being a fitness instructor, the more I've instructed people on fitness, the more I've kind of pulled out the knowledge that I know, and I'm putting it into action for other people. And then what else to do but then, do what you preach. Or there's a better saying, I can't think of it right now. But I think helping others at races, and I have kind of this structure that I'm going to roll out in the next coming months with certain people, guide them or teach them on like an actual scheduled weekend around the races on drills, mindset, racecraft, setup, all that stuff. And what else would I expect out of that than me also getting better, like me going out and doing the drills, me talking about setup and kind of reinforcing what I know and honing in on what actually works on being a competitive racer. I think it'll really help me find my weaknesses, reviewing footage, which is the video I was editing, just going over GoPro footage, seeing what mistakes I'm making, what riding conservative looks like, what riding aggressive looks like, making mistakes myself and other riders around me, and like things to learn that I can take with me into a toolbox as I go in the green flag waves and I go out for a race. The Let's Go Racing series on YouTube under my personal channel, I talk a lot about kind of the nitty-gritty details. I call them catalog videos, where there's information that will kind of stand the test of time. They're not like a vlog where it's kind of in the moment and not really about my brand. It's more about the sport of snowmobile racing. I hope to provide a little bit more content on that this season. I have some videos scheduled out, while there's snow on the ground, while the lakes are frozen, and I'm out testing or out racing, I can actually put together some high value stuff for you guys. And at the same time, while I'm filming it, and with my now strengthened and better filming, editing, scheduling setup that I've been really, really honing in on, I'll be able to get more out of that myself. Rather than, in a 4-hour stint, I'm spending 3.5 hours of that trying to figure out filming and shots and gear and everything, camera gear and whatnot. in only a half an hour of actually riding and shooting, which is what I've done. I do not like it. It's just what I thought I had to do, which stinks. But now I'm learning from that. Now I'm going to flip the script. I'm going to have cameras, people in place to capture a ton of footage and allow me to really put in time riding and getting better. And then and then afterwards, post or providing the value of, you know, me talking or whatnot in whatever's going on in the video. And so testing footage, I lead into the third one here. Like, I'll film myself doing what the recipe, doing the formula of what I believe is what it takes to be competitive. That rolls back into the ACR Academy. I'll make sure other people, you know, really stick to that formula or their own formula that aligns with the overarching things that I've learned, the umbrella of, you know, successful racing, of just getting on the podium or you know, whatever the goal might be for that season. I have my goals in place and I'm hoping to use all this to execute it. If you're watching this video and you're like, oh, like, I really wish he mentioned this, something that I said spoke to you or ignited an idea in your head that might provide you value, that's what this question mark is here for. Leave it down in the comments. I would really like to maybe add one more thing to this or hone in a little bit more on specific things. You know, like, what does a testing day actually look like, for example. Moving on, I want to grow the snowmobile industry. I believe life is better with snowmobiling. I'll say it over and over and over again. It's my belief statement. And the only way that life is actually better with snowmobiling is if people are doing it, and more people are doing it. It's just going to help the industry itself grow, and I believe it will help people in their lives, give them more fulfillment, bring them joy, bring their families closer together, bring their friends and community closer together. I'm going to do that through 15-minute YouTube videos. Maybe even less, 10 to 15 minutes. I've been editing a few videos in a series of the 1000 to 1 series. Check that out. It's under the shows feature. I have 4 episodes out now. Currently filming my 5th one, but it's a lot of just like candid footage of me just like working on sleds and getting ready for the race season, more vlog style. They take a long time to edit, which is unfortunate. I wish I spelt this a little bit better, but attract non-snowmobilers. I'm going to be able to do that with formats of my YouTube video that will kind of attract people that aren't in the snowmobile industry. So I've already been working on scripting out videos and ideas and kind of like again, a formula that's super attainable. Won't take a ton of time on a race weekend to film and like put together. That way I can be competitive, but then also align with my belief in my job of growing the snowmobile industry. I have a few ideas. I've run them by a few of my friends, and I believe I've got something that'll be really fun. You're going in unknown on a lot of things. You can research other YouTube channels and what they do. There's really not a lot when it comes to snowmobiling. It's more of just like kind of capturing what's happening in a moment and sharing that with, you know, the world. And I think the really, really successful creators are doing something more than that. They're creating a story or pulling something unique out of a situation, or doing things within their niche that are very unique and different. And so I plan on trying to do that so I can attract non-snowmobilers and just get more views. And then that also helps my channel grow. That helps you know, my life with more subscribers. I'm monetized on everything. It'll just kind of help everything compound and grow year over year. I've been really enjoying making high value short form videos. I think it's a great way to just build engagement with current followers and non-followers on social media, and then also snowmobilers and non-snowmobilers. So I aim to do 1 to 3 high value short form videos that align with my goal to grow the snowmobile industry. I'll leverage knowledge that I know using you know, hooks in formats that are like viral, you could say, just to get myself out there, get people's attention, and then have my message of believing life is better with snowmobiling be kind of the underlying thing there, and showcase myself my personality, the people around me, the community, my family, just to, like, the reason why that attention, or that needs attention, mainly because, like, I like the attention. And the reason why I say, like, I like the attention is because now I know how to get people's attention. I can leverage that attention to get the desired goal that I want, and I plan on doing that. And those short form videos are the ways I can generate hundreds of thousands, if not millions of views in a season, and then also hopefully provide value and grow a like-minded community. The Ride Ready series on YouTube, this one's been challenging for me to do, other than just like tutorial videos on how to change a belt. It aligns with the cataloging stuff that I mentioned, stuff that kind of withstands the test of time. But for the most part, I'm kind of tying in what I know from racing and putting it into the Ride Ready series. There's some, fun things that I've done trail riding that I've been sharing, like the Cardo video that I put up with my wife and I riding. That was a product support and sponsor support deliverable for Cardo. And on top of that, there was a ton of high value. I actually really enjoyed that video. That was probably my favorite video I've made so far this summer. I don't know really what else to do with this during race season because I'm in this mode here, right? Summer is where I can put some time here. So I lean on the snowmobile community, you guys that are watching this content, to get something out of it, whether it's connection, community, education, or entertainment. Let me know with the Ride Ready series. It's designed for the common snowmobiler, the trail rider, because that's my roots. I was a trail rider growing up, and there's a lot of experiences that I've learned, and there's a lot that's been tied into racing. So please let me know. I have videos scripted and ready to be filmed, but they're kind of on the back burner because I haven't seen much or had much of a sign to execute time on those, where I have been getting signs from people in the community, the snowmobile industry, my subscribers or followers, and I'm going after those because they're just better use of my time. And then speaking of better use of time, I want to have time for my family. I get really stressed out during snowmobile race season when I have a lot of things that I want to get done, but what I need to focus a lot on is spending time with my family, and because it brings me the most amount of joy, and I've really been experiencing that this summer. I feel like I'm not getting a lot done, but I feel way more fulfilled spending time riding bikes with my wife and my son, sitting around watching movies, kind of shutting that snowmobile part of my brain off has been really great in allowing me to recharge. So when I'm in this mode here talking about snowmobiles, I'm really passionate about it and driven. I'm not just going through the motions like it's another job. This is my job now, but I'm obsessed with it, but I can still get burnt out, and I don't want that happening. I felt it kind of coming on last year, just trying to do so much and not having enough time, manpower, resources, or even energy to execute on all of it. So I think this will be my way of making sure all this happens. So this is vital. That's why it's in red. It's the most important, catches the eye. So I want to make shorter, high value videos. They take less time to film and edit. That way I have more time for my family. I want to include my family in my content, whether that's for a sponsored video or for just showcasing my life in like a vlog style stuff. I have a hard time doing that. I really like having like the seclusion or the secrecy, you could say, of keeping my family separate and focusing just on the snowmobiling stuff. But I think this is important mainly because, like, selfishly for me, is why it's important to keep me recharged, passionate, and focused on this stuff. Schedule. I need to schedule things out. A lot of things were kind of out on a whim. Like I'd just be like, okay, I'm going and doing this, and they would supersede plans. But like winter's short, so I had to supersede those plans in order to take advantage of having winter and being able to ride my sled. But I think including the family and being scheduled will allow everything that I want to get done. And then be positive. I get really stressed out, and kind of short and frustrated, and that's just a product of being stressed. And like I'm, trying to get out the door to get traveling. I'm on a 4-hour trip to go to a race venue, and it's just taking a little bit longer than usual because I'm thinking about, am I going to have enough time to do all the things I need to do? Well, if my family is a part of it, it's scheduled out. I've made time by making shorter, more higher value pieces of content, then it can be okay, leaving a little later. That's something very personal to me, self-reflection wise, that I really need to work on this season. And this is the most important. It'll make sure that I execute on this, but then also, just maintain a very healthy, happy relationship with my family, my friends, and the snowmobile community. All right, thank you for letting me make this video, kind of air out what's been kind of lingering over me and what I've been wanting to talk about and share for the 2027 Snowmobile Race Series. If you want to be a part of this, subscribe or follow on my content, shoot me messages. I love interacting with people and talking about snowmobiles. Yes, it takes time to do that. Like, don't be like, oh, I shouldn't message him because it's gonna pull him from his family. No, please do. Please leave comments. That's the stuff that is way more important to me. If I have to sit down and answer 20 messages and it takes me away from editing a video, I'd rather do that, because that's way more impactful. I'm directly reaching out or directly working with you, the viewers, the people that I want this to impact the most, and directly engaging with you is the best way to do that. So ask questions, leave comments, messages, whatever, and I look forward to hearing from you guys and catching you in the next video. If you want to see more videos like this, check it out in the playlist here. And if you want to see my more recent video, check it out right here. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.